On June the 14th, the day before Summer was reported missing, Jackie Dobbs showed up because he had bought a piece of land next to Andy and Jodisue. This led to an argument about property lines, cops were called out, and Dobbs was advised to leave. According to Jodisue, after he left, they wanted to make sure where he was, to feel safe, so they went searching for him.
Strikes me weird enough, though, that I warned him about all of our children on the 14th. That's why we were so freaking concerned about what... And the way he treated me obviously showed he had problems with him. It's the reason we drove around on the 14th, like, where the hell is this guy at, right? Making sure he was at least far enough away from our homes and things that it was safe-ish, right? That he wasn't coming back through the night. And we went looking where he said he was going, and we looked in hollows and things like that to make sure he wasn't just squatting and close by. Nowhere to be seen. He wasn't at motels near truck stops in Bayleton. He wasn't, I don't know.
Even though they went searching all those places, fearing that he would return, they supposedly unhooked their trail cameras the same day on the 14th, the very day you would suppose they were needed since they were so worried for Dobbs coming back.
And like my cameras were hardwired, right? But I had moved them and had not hooked them back up yet because I was changing their positions, and that's something else like you kick yourself in the ass for every day. Had I just gotten more cord, had I just done this, it's like there was no way those would have missed anything. And if it hadn't been for Jackie Dobbs, cameras wouldn't be moved anyway. So I'm like, thanks a lot, guy.
Jodisue has also said previously that the cards in her cameras were taken out by someone else on the next hill.
My trail cams weren't erased, and we did report that to law enforcement, and we reported why. And no, they were not erased or messed with by JD. It was by the next hill, and for a reason that I now suspect was more nefarious than I thought then. So.
The way I understand it is that the cameras were unhooked and moved so that they could keep better track of Dobbs, but I'm sure they made more purpose hooked up in the place they were at as opposed to not working at all. To me, this is all very bothersome, and I would wish that she'd explain it a bit further, because the way she says it in the clips I found, it doesn't really make sense. I haven't found the original source speaking of the SD cards in the cameras either, which is something I'd like to see, because I think it needs further explaining as well. Anyway, how do you feel about all this? Is this suspicious, or do you think there's an innocent explanation to it all? Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.